Here we are at the laser engraver. I have my red flash drive plugged in here. When it gets plugged in, this autoplay will open. Go ahead and click on Open Folder to view files. And then you're going to find your design. So 7th grade magnets, 7th hour 2021, mine is Schmitz. Double click it, opens it up. There's my pretty design. We're going to click on File. We're going to go down to Print. And then here on the directions it says change printer to the M300. Usually it defaults to M300, but if you need to change the printer for any reason, M300 is the one you want. And then you're going to click on Properties. And we want to check two of these to make sure they're correct. We're going to click on Black. And we want the black to be power 65. So I'm just going to highlight that, type in 65. We're going to change the speed to 50. And we're going to change the PPI to 500, which it already is. And then we're going to press set. Just to make sure that did save correctly, let's look back above here. It's set at 65 for power, that is correct. 50 for speed, and 500 for PPI. Now we're going to do red. If I can double unselect these. We're going to go to red. Red needs to be set power to 55. Speed to 1.5, which mine's already there. And PPI needs to be set at 250. Press set. Make sure it's saved above here. It did. Once it's saved, we're going to hit OK and print. Now it should have sent that over to the laser engraver. So we're going to freehand here. Sorry if I give you guys seizures or motion sickness. Our laser engraver right here. The power button for our laser engraver is right back there on the right hand side. Let's go ahead and flick this on. It does get noisy. When the laser engraver is running, we have to turn on the dust collector. The dust collector is this light switch here on the wall. It should light up when it's on. All right, it is lit up. That means the dust collector is on. The laser engraver does take a little while to turn on. It's initializing. We want to make sure the lid is closed while it is working. So it's here and thinking, it's thinking. It moves around, initialize ready. It should say your name or your project's name right here. If it does not, that means we have to just go back to the computer and do that print cycle again. If it doesn't say your name, it says somebody else's. You can scroll through your file choices by pressing the previous file button or the next file button, not the arrows I'm pressing here. If it doesn't say yours, chances are you just need to go hit print again. In this little wooden box here, we have our chunks of wood. We're going to grab our piece of wood. This is what we're going to cut out. Once it is initialized and everything is running, we open up the laser engraver. You're going to take your piece of wood, set it down in the back left corner, as tight as we can get it. We're going to close the lid. And then down here on our screen, if it says your project, you can go ahead and hit start. Make sure dust collector has to be on, otherwise we could start a fire. Right now we press this green start button and it starts to cut. It will take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. A lot of it depends on how detailed your design is. Once it beeps it is done, you can go ahead and open the laser engraver. It's not hot. You don't have to worry about touching it. It's not going to burn you. You can pull out the strap. You're going to hang on to it because somebody else can cut another one on this side. Hang on to that. And then you're going to pull out your part. Your part does have a little of this grayish flashing on there, or kind of different color brown. That flashing is from the glue that's in this wood burning off. When we're done, you turn off the dust collector. If you are the last person to use the machine, you can go ahead and shut it off. That way it's quiet, I don't have to yell over it. We want to take our project here. Set you back down on my stand. You're going to take your project. You're going to spray the rag with our disinfectant spray. And then you're going to take your project and rub it where you just sprayed. And all you're trying to do is clean off the goo that comes from the cut. So you're just wiping that flash off. There we go. That removed all of that kind of haze that was up around the edge. Do not spray directly on your wood. This material will absorb the moisture and this part will crack and warp and it won't work. So do not spray the wood, spray the rag, and then you gently just wipe off all that haze that's around the edge. Once you have it cut out and you have it wiped off, ask me for a magnet. I have tons of magnets here that have an adhesive back to them. What you're going to do on the back side is you are going to cut out your magnet just like that so it doesn't overhang the edges. If it overhangs the edges and you try to come back later and trim it, it leaves a very ugly edge. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hold it like this, grab a scissors, cut it there and cut it here vertically and horizontally so that it fits within the border. Here's my scissors. So if I hold this up here so you can see it, I'm just going to make a notch right there, and I'm going to make a notch right there. Trying to cut super straight. Test fit it before you stick it on. Doesn't hang over any of my borders. Looks nice. Now I can go ahead, take the adhesive back off. Stick it on the back, make sure again it does not overhang. Push it on nice and firmly, and there you go. Take a picture of it, put that on canvas, put the picture on canvas, and you can take it home. You have yourself a nice magnet to hang on the fridge. There it is.